Right now we have a gentleman who represents ethics in business, an interesting concept.
Marty was instrumental in the formation and the vision and the fundraising and the building of the Human Services campus. In fact, it's safe to say we simply would not have a Human Services campus today if it wasn't for the great leadership of Marty Schultz. We affectionately know him as God's lobbyist. He was the person who stepped forward and said, we need to make this vision a reality here in Phoenix.
Marty Schultz is a person who is much larger than himself. He's much larger than any company that he works for. And frankly, he's always considering things on the basis of whether or not it's good for all of Arizona. I really admire that. If you take a look at some of the projects that he's been involved in, specifically transportation, bringing light rail to the valley, where he's been involved with the development of a homeless service campus downtown, helping those who really had no means of support, or his involvement in education, everything that he's done has been for the betterment of others.
I had the opportunity to work with several great mayors in this town. Some people in this century may not remember the Tim Barrows, the Margaret Hanses, or the John Driggs, but in fact, these people were great community leaders and role models for me. Then I had a chance to work with Jerry Colangelo, clearly another leader who I have followed, who I have emulated to some extent. And then I worked for 5 CEOs at Arizona Public Service Company, and every one of them gave me the opportunity to do what I've done in the community.
My name is Bill Post, and I retired as Chairman and CEO of Pinnacle West Capital Corporation. I've had the opportunity to work with Marty Schultz for over 3 decades. We've had the opportunity to do all kinds of different things together, and it's been a real privilege for me to know Marty, to work with Marty, and to be a part of Marty's team and doing all of the things that Marty does.
I want to tell you something about my brother. Marty loves people and loves the community, and everything he does is driven by purpose and by mission.
Whenever I think of Marty Schultz, I think of a dear friend. I think of the consummate community leader, someone who's continually giving back, caring about people, wanting to make his community a better place in which to live. And the experiences I've had with Marty over the years, you could write a book about. The contributions he's made to our community in so many ways, and lifting the bar for future generations of Phoenicians and Arizonans is unbelievable.
Marty, I think about our motivation as kids and the wonderful role model we had with my dad, your dad, and our mother. And we know that at the heart of everything is our faith in God and the love that was always communicated and demonstrated in our family, the commitment. And I know that from a young boy, we had the role model. And I'll never forget watching our father every day taking the prayer book and kissing it.
I would say with deep pleasure, I congratulate Marty for this award. There are so many awards he's received, but I know this one will be special to him because of who is underwriting this award. Congratulations, Marty. You've done a great job.
I mean, you can measure people lots of different ways. You can measure them on their results, you can measure them on the process, you can measure them on their values, many, many different ways. And one of the ways that to, in my opinion, measure Marty is to look what he does for others.
Well, Marty, congratulations on receiving this wonderful Golden Rule Award. There's no one more deserving than you.
Marty, when they're giving out awards, there's no one, and I mean no one, more deserving of the Golden Rule Award than you. Congratulations, blessings on you, and thank you for being my role model. I love you.
So as I understand it, Leonard Bernstein, Frankenstein, and what is the name of the firm?
Brownstein, Hyatt, Farber, and Schreck. Sounds like a vaudeville team that you once knew, Pat.
What does an Irish guy know?
My heart is really filled with gratitude for the Golden Rule, for the Arizona Interfaith movement, for my friends and brother who spoke on the video, for all of you here who I know, which ironically is most of the people in this room that I've worked with, or we've fundraised together, or something like that. But I think the bottom line for this 45-second commentary is about moving forward. I was so impressed when I read in the booklet that you have in front of you all of the different religions and faiths and their take on the Golden Rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I really do believe that that's what it's all about. My brother said it so well, much better than I could. It has to do with faith, values instilled in us by our parents, values instilled by our friends and our family. And so my request of you tonight is to read that page that lists all the ways that you can describe their Golden Rule, because that's the view from all the faiths that we have represented here and in the Arizona Interfaith movement. And you will conclude that there's no room for conflict like the kind we have in the world today. There's room for agreeable disagreement, but there's no room for war. And so, as my friend Paul Eppinger says, let's work on moving forward and think about world peace. Thank you, folks who came tonight. Thank you, God.
Marty Schultz.